people no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman pikin dey the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Mayegun the command of the masses. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Mayegun diary politico. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, this man not dey off in mind. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo. Aha! Now him una don hear all these bad politics.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, good evening to you from wherever you're watching from. And this is Mayegun live on the Sunday sermon. Today, thanks for joining me. Share it. Facebook, YouTube, Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary. Now don't they pay attention now, Abi? Yes. The time we told you that PDP already schemed and prepared to give their ticket to Atiku. And then the Were Wike that decided to at least fight for it by first fighting his own brothers. Now, they possibly have learned now that when it comes to the North, just fear North. So when it comes to their own affairs and when it comes to power, they speak one language. Yeah, that is the lesson we're going to pick out of this whole exercise because we said it has happened. The other one that we are waiting for is that of APC. But let's analyze this one that just happened. Share the broadcast.
Lórí Facebook. And yes, we like you. Lórí YouTube. And yes, we like you. Oh, Baba Bewure. And yes, we like you. DJ Ibadiye. And yes, we like you.
PDP! You are not doing it as if you want to take over power. PDP! Power! 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 Your Excellencies, our dear leaders, very important delegates today, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I have come to your states to speak to you. Today is for me to thank you. It's for me to thank you for the energy. Since morning you have been here because of this party. Thank you, special delegates. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, I will speak to you on two issues. One is the party. Let me vow today, anybody who emerges here, I will support the person to the fullest. Anybody who emerges here today, I will support the person to the fullest. because I'm a committed party person, because I love this party, because since 1998 I've been in this party. I work for this party. I will not go anywhere. This is my party. Secondly, if I emerge today, every state that has a problem, it is my duty to make sure the party is united. We'll unite everybody to make sure we win this election 2023. You know, I didn't come here today to tell you about theory. What is the problem with Nigeria? Leadership. Leadership is the major problem with Nigeria. Therefore, PDP, you must not make mistake. You must have a courageous leader, a fearless leader, somebody who can withstand APC. And it is me. It is me. Please, my dear delegates, send me for this assignment. Let me go and win APC. I will win APC for the power to come back to PDP on behalf of Nigerians. Thank you, and God bless you.
Candidates. Yeah. So you are expected to give your manifesto, read them out and all of that. So that is Wike's manifesto. The manifesto is that you need somebody who can win and the rest of that. And because of that, while Wike was plundering, was a plundering morning and then as a Father Christmas here and there, the real owners of Nigeria who understands that, listen, the survival of the North depends on where the power shifts to. For now, if APC, Egbekegbe have decided to shift their own presidential candidate to the South, we are not going to gamble that. And for some of you who probably don't understand these complicated parties, they see power and whatever can take them to that power, including military coup, they will flow with. They will float with it. And that is why, if you remember, when 2015 came, it wasn't only the voters, as they claim, in northern Nigeria that kicked Jonathan out. No, it wasn't just the elite there. No. His own party chairman, Mwazu, which later came out to be that he was also working for the emergence of Bokwari because of what? They are from the north. That one monolithic north that they always say that we have told you doesn't exist when it comes to progress, development, security, and all of that. But when it comes to power, they understand one thing. You in the south are currently, contemplating. A northerner is serving 8 years. So definitely another northerner is being prepared right now. And APC just took the backstage to watch how this is going to go. And the first thing PDP did was to say they are not zoning anymore, even though it was zoning or no zoning that took them out of power initially, right? So they've set the stage. So when it comes to that power, it doesn't matter whether PDP, APC, whatever it is. And what played out in PDP, as you watched last night, is exactly what will play out in your fraudulent charade election that they are putting together for you. However, Wike walked in there with so much confidence. 435 billion naira of River State money is unaccounted for. The Accountant General of River State, who is now the PDP governorship candidate in River State, was declared wanted because of this money. It was this same Wike who walked in. And then, if you remember this picture, just like him, taking the memory lane, by the way. So this picture was taken, in 2019 when they were choosing the presidential candidate of PDP. So the romance between Wike and Tambuwal has come a long way. In fact, when Tambuwal and co, right, when they betrayed their own PDP in 2011, when PDP zoned speakership to the West, and a woman was nominated to fill that seat, it was Tambuwal, Tinumbu, and the rest of them who worked together to make Tambuwal the speaker at the time. So in 2015, when Tambuwal also was running against, what do you call him? Atiku, so to say, this is your guy. Voting for Tambuwal is man, and proudly displaying the voters the ballot paper at the PDP Congress like this. So yesterday, the same confidence was what Wike was expecting. That listen, there is no point in the South speaking with one voice. I have friends in the North. Wike went to Rivers State, trashed Peter Obi about Marthedim. It went all around the entire South, right, bullying them and all of that. From the record, because of this is inordinate dream, right? He kicked out Secondus because he felt like for a Southerner to be president in PDP, then a Northerner or somebody from the North or Middle Belt should be the party chairman. He haunted Secondus until Secondus kissed dust. So he walked in last night, expecting that his friend Tambuwal is managed to get all the delegates he could get, right? So then Tambuwal was going to probably step down for him. That was the icing. But as he was confidently walking in, the PDP Northern Caucus, they met and they decided that, you know what, give it to Turaki. And to prove that, just a moment before the announcement, this picture was taken. And this actually explained to you that whatever you witnessed yesterday, it wasn't just done by the North. It was also in the collaboration of those who are supposed to be from the South, who initially should ordinarily agree that for balance and equity and fairness, the South should produce. In fact, the Southeast should produce the next president of Nigeria. As what PDP claimed to be. But you know what? It is all charade. It's all lies. So Tambuwal decided to brief them and say, you know what? We are just going to have to step down for Atiku. And that's the deal. And I'm going to go and make the announcement now. And he did.
PDP, power to the people. The national chairman of our party, the convention planning committee chairman, respected leaders of our party, ladies and gentlemen. I, Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, having consulted widely throughout the length and breadth of this country, from the southeast to the south-south, to the southwest, to the north-central, northeast, and indeed northwest, consulted so many leaders and my supporters. Have come to the firm belief and conviction that as leaders, time may come in our sojourn to make sacrifice for the good of the people. And in view of the situation of our country and the need for us in our party to minimize rancor and jostling for power, in any case, it is not always about one individual. It must always be about our country. I have come to the conclusion that, to the glory of God Almighty, we've seen, and from the result of what I've seen throughout the country, millions of Nigerians suffering, and the need for us to close ranks in the party. And as one of the leaders of this party, I have come to a patriotic conclusion to step down my aspiration. And not only that, but I appeal to my supporters to take this in good stride and in the hands of national unity, patriotism, and not only that, those who are delegates here should vote for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, PDP.
That's it. I want all my supporters here. That was it. And that's what changed everything last night. Some people said that Wike tried. Of course, now, there must be somebody that's going to try and make it look legit. But last, the reality of a one Nigeria is going to be down on you. It's going to be down on you, on every one of us. Just the same way. It was, because according to their result, by the way, yeah, he tried. He came second. If his friend, who he relied on to help him make this a reality, if he probably fulfilled his side, it could be another story that we'll be talking about. But that is indeed as well, even another story that I'm going to talk about. Wike scored 237. Atiku scored 371. So what does that tell you? Where the number comes from? It comes from those who knows that it is not about one Nigeria. It is about the interest of the North, who have repeatedly come out to say they have regretted Bukwari coming on board, and they considered Bukwari's time as the northern, using the northern slot in today's Nigeria as a waste. Since Bukwari's slot is a waste, of course, they need somebody to fill it in. And here is the shocker. In Eastern Nigeria, for example, PDP believes that they will always vote for them. But things are no longer going to be same anymore. The man, the person who kicked out your Peter Obi is the same Southerner. You see, in the North, if now that APC have realized that this is Atiku, they said, oh, he's their regular customer. From the other sources right now, APC is now re-strategizing. You know what? Fuck it. Let's give them another candidate. Another very, very qualified Mugu to do the job. And that is where your rubber stamp Lawan comes in. So as it be now, since there are already willing accomplices from Southern Nigeria to give them a fraction of legitimacy here and there, to hell with the one Nigeria, Southern this, Southern that. And that is something that, you know what I mean? We now put to question or put to test so many of you who are the obedient, or should they say obedient? Because many of you are living in your own created bubble. Yeah, let's use bubble. Created bubble that you can mobilize, and then you can generate the vote to bring in the change and all those things you've told yourselves, right? Here is the deal. When it comes to power, especially with the people of the northern Nigeria, including the ones who are telling you right now they are obedient, they want a better Nigeria. Boko Haram has destroyed Nigeria, this and that. Give me a sec. Yeah. So the Boko Haram has destroyed Nigeria and Peter Obi is the candidate. Number one, the moment that Peter Obi left PDP, automatically, even those who were pretending from northern Nigeria to be willing and ready to work and bring a different change, like some of you from the southern Nigeria, where this is the deal, it is not going to happen. Now, some said that, the situation is becoming more and more complicated because if PDP still feels like Eastern Nigeria is theirs for the take, now that Peter Obi is in the game, now how are you going to turn that around? Well, let me talk to you, the obedient. The situation you have at hand right now is this. In northern Nigeria, like I said, they don't see parties. So when everything comes down to, for example, if APC, Egbekegbe, if they decide to dump Goodluck Egbere Jolantan and just go for the kill, and they pick on Lawan, which they have reserved for you if you don't know. Now, if they picked on Lawan, it simply means Atiku is their regular customer. The power remains in the north. And you can't blame them all for that because, I mean, do you have choice? Then you as the, and if that should happen, right, Atiku himself knows that except there is no viable person from the north to challenge him, right? If APC give their ticket to Tifnubu, for example, right? It simply means that an easy ride, even those who are APC members in northern Nigeria, just same way Tambuwal walked out yesterday, that is exact same way they are going to walk out there and do everything they can do, right? So somebody was now telling me that by the time you finish your registration, million, and you are saying, if they allow you to have an election, you know what will happen? As you are kind of rejoicing here and there that, oh yeah, you're waiting for your result, then what will happen? You start receiving the similar, you start receiving this KKK, the three Kadeshian votes, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina, and you start hearing all these millions and millions. And guess who they are going to go for? They're going to go for their person, whoever he is. It doesn't matter the party. Now, at that point, all of you, maybe before then, all of you who are like regular, regular Niger, youth, as you are bubbling up right now, the reality there will now show that northern Nigeria will be a no-go area, and the schemers, they know about that. So many of you, just even before the election, if it ever happens, right, just before the election itself, the reality will set in that, you know what, this whole thing is programmed to be this way, and exactly what it will be. Now, you should all be getting ready to have President Atiku Abubakar. And in the absence of that, maybe then you should be looking forward to President Ahmed Lawan. So the other parties, APC doesn't conduct election, you know that. They don't care about election. It's just a formality. And Atiku as a regular, the only thing you get to know now is this, right? Peter Obi won't fly. And it is not because he is not a good candidate as some of you are projecting him. It is because the system knows where they are going. And as you would have it, all of you who rejected Fulani, Northern this and that for 8 years, I'm also saying it to you now. Get ready for another 8 years of that. And one thing you can do to stop all of that is really obvious. And what is that? You can actually stop all of this. Because as we see it right now, everyone is playing according to the playbook of these rogues in northern Nigeria. When it comes to power, they speak one language. And that language is that Hausa. And around that time, even person will be Hausa with the fight a Fulani over these insecurity issues as we speak, right? It will automatically, kind of, they have been configured that way. Power is more important to them. But for us in the southern Nigeria, na ego. And then, big men. We. That ego, big men, which Wike led this time around, yeah, kicked out Peter Obi from PDP, a supposed potential thing that they told them back then that if you want to take power, you need the people to go through their PDP. And somehow, PDP presenting themselves as your own savior when it comes to rescue you from APC. Now, the old bra now is now that, yeah, you are going to remain in the hands of the deciders from the north. We said something earlier. I mean, we said something many times ago. We said Nigeria is faultily structured. It doesn't have any viable one. It is just a dog-eat-dog system, the survival of the fittest. And where, according to Aisha, where wild animals feed on the weak ones, where elite cares less about what really bothers or what really concerns the people they claim to want to lead. It's pretty much about themselves. And you see from that southern Nigeria, I've been saying it as well. Oh, you have no leaders. You have, hang on. Right. Sorry about that. So in northern Nigeria, like I said, they recognize power, and when the dog whistle is blown, right, even the members of your own group, people who have been sitting with you, who have been doing comrade with you, they will file in line. But you don't have that in southern Nigeria. Southern Nigerian politicians are unable to even take a stand when it comes to this issue of insecurity. How? Their people have been brutalized, have been killed, kidnapped, ransom paid, farms destroyed, villages destroyed, people lives taken. Something happened in Enugu. I think it was yesterday or today. Yeah, well, yesterday. The video is everywhere. People. So they know about all this insecurity, but guess what? They couldn't take a stand. Even when they came out to say, you know what, we want to start our own security outfit, they couldn't push that through because the North said, including members of the same political parties who are like in the South and in the North, the moment that that line of sovereignty was about to be established, security, economy, they came together in the North and they said it was targeted at them. And as Nigeria has become so divided now, the only unity that you find in northern Nigeria is the unity against the South. The only power the North have against, Nigeria today is the division in the South. Who are the orchestrators of these divisions, right? They are your politicians. They are your politicians. It is just one language. One language that we need this power. And they have already told you, right? The imbalanced Nigeria, these guys have told us, they said they can continue to elect president for life. They don't care if Nigeria is burning, if the poverty is escalating. It doesn't really matter. Nobody can tell them to allow other people to do this or that when they have the power, the capacity to remain in power forever. Now, those are the signals they've told you. But all of now, where they speak grammar, all of now, where they do permutation, the reality of that will also set in soon. What you have right now is a one-party, one Nigeria system controlled by the North, yeah, against the interest of the entire Nigeria. It is the same northern Nigeria where you have the Sharia, religiously guided and protected by this northern elites, right? In the same secular country called Nigeria. So you cannot, the southern Nigeria have become so weak. And you know the weakness in the southern Nigeria, so to say. When I say south, sometimes some people don't like that. Well, the southern Nigeria, is this every part of the Yoruba land, the Igbo land, the Ijaw land, and every other land that is the down south of Nigeria today, where people are considered to be, traditionally, culturally, and so many ways different from the people of the North, religiously too. This division, right, is so visible, but to the people in the North and this, this power mongers and the rest of them, yeah, The only thing that matters to them is power. Atiku is promising heaven and earth today. He's promising to come and unify the people. But guess what? When it comes to the Sharia killings, when it comes to the religious attacks and all this fanatism and the rest of that, he is always very careful. You know why? Because he would never want to rival the base that he is always counting on to give him power one day. Now, his desperation can be considered or compared to that of a Bokwari. Now, last, now Dumo. Let me hear from Atiku a little bit just before we round it up on the obedient fools. They will soon find out anyway.
Work to ensure and restore unity and give a sense of belonging to all Nigerians, irrespective of their places of origin and irrespective of the faith they practice. I also committed that I was going to deal decisively with our security challenges in this country. I also pledged to confront our economic challenges, which were all caused by the APC government. The PDP made Nigeria one of the most prosperous, or if not the prosperous country on the African continent. We implemented economic reforms that brought about jobs, that brought about prosperity in this country. The APC came and wiped out all those gains. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why I said today is a very, very historic day, because it is going to give us an opportunity for us to reverse all the misgovernance of the APC government. Let me also use this opportunity to call on my fellow contestants and to assure them that I'm ready to cooperate and work with them and give them a sense of belonging in this party and our next government. Therefore, my fellow compatriots, I want to appreciate their efforts in deepening our democratic processes in this party. It was a well-fought primary election. So I commend you for that, and I look forward to working with you very closely so that together we can build this party to a level where we can take over the government. As I said earlier on in my remarks, I want to appeal to all aggrieved members of our party that they should please return to our party, and we are willing, we are ready, the leadership of the party, our governors, and myself, to make sure that their grievances are resolved within the party. Let me also appeal to aggrieved party members.
Sure. The reason why Nigeria is tearing apart right now is because of the what they call the inequality, lack of equity in the system. The system in Nigeria was supposed to be federal in nature. And because of the so much difference that we have, those who crafted their bogus 1999 constitution, even as useless as that constitution is, right? Constitution is, they never forgot to add what they called federal character, because they know that they knew that at the moment that any part of Nigeria is disconnected from the day-to-day running of that either government, the economy, or whatever. Every time that, anytime that any section of that country is a little bit, removed from it, yeah, that is a call for, friction, a call for problems. And they said, all this, if you follow this, you can keep Nigeria together for as long as you want. So Boko Haram came and it dismantled all of that. Many people now realize that Nigeria is not one. Now, PDP had a chance, but because they are also an architect to what you are witnessing today, no difference between any of them. So they violated that. And in the process, they are now asking for, let us come together in unity, unity, unity. You don't preach unity. Unity is an act that you do. It's not just a word. Do you understand that now? So that's that. And that's what they are now, all the atrocities of this Boko Haram's government and the rest. Atiku was never interested. All he wanted is to be president. Same thing with Tifnumbu. That's why the Peter Obi's supporters are saying that, you know what? Peter Obi may not become president, but their job and work is going to it's never going to make Atiku the president. Then the Atiku supporters are saying, you guys are just overrating yourselves. You are kind of valuing yourselves. So the whole point now is that the showdown is Peter Obi and his own newfound Labour Party movement and all of them. They are now like, they call themselves the third force to stop Atiku and to stop APC. But here is the drama. You see, the moment they give, now they've given you Atiku 70. How old is Atiku now? 75 or waiting? Now 75, I've been now 73. So I don't know. I think they said that by the time Atiku is done, is with his own 8 years, because he will get it. That is it. If you lose it like Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, if he become your president, or if you lose it like Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, that's your fault. Boko Haram understands that. And that's why they will rig. You can complain, you can die, you can do anything. Call international community, call America, call everybody. They will do nothing. That is Nigeria. It's a lawless place. So it won't be the first time they are going to call them lawless. So you can scream, they don't care. So if your Atiku should eventually become that, it will spend 8 years. Add that to his age. Atiku will be over 80 years. How old will you be? How old are you now? Had 8 years to that. Then see what Boko Haram did. And they are telling you, Atiku is this, Atiku is that. They stole you blind. Destroyed your education, destroyed your economy, destroyed all your ministry. Institutions that could probe them, institutions that could checkmate them, they destroyed all of them. And they are so protected, so rich, that people are now wondering, this Atiku could get money. Since 2007, he's been spending and even Wike, we just came in. Atiku overspend Wike. They said, no. Atiku did not overspend Wike. Atiku has grown followers who are veterans, who have been meeting him everywhere, and they have been collecting money from him on every election cycle. So he doesn't need to pay them so much like Wike before they will follow him. Do you understand that now? So he just beat him like the old dog, beating the new dog or young dog. So to say, it is all dog eat dog case. Where you get money? Where you get the money? Retired custom officer is a businessman. Where you get the money? Your looted fund. If you know what they have stolen from you individually, you will never wake up any day and say you are a proud Nigerian. Never, ever. But yeah, they will continue to spend it. And this time around, it is just to be president. Like Tifnumbu, they will spend whatever it will take. So the turn now is going to be on one. When APC, if APC really feels like, we are done, which I don't think so, right? Atiku may be Fulani, Atiku may be from the north. This APC, considered Atiku as a Cameroonian. I didn't say that, they called him a Cameroonian. And the campaign was that Atiku is not a Nigerian. Even though a Nigerian, Boko Haram is your president now. And today, Niger Republic is your 37th state of Nigeria. Maybe you don't know. So the APC, Egbekegbe, will probably not trust Atiku to help them continue their Fulanization agenda in that regard. But as for the religious part of it, that can be 100% guaranteed because Atiku already appeals to them already. His message, his politics is pretty much linked to this terrorist, political class in northern Nigeria. All this is Zala movement. Go and ask them about the Yaradua, Kaduna Mafia, they call them. I've been a Sokoto Mafia, I've been a Kaduna, wherever Mafia. So they've always been that way. So if eventually comes in, right, I don't know if he's in tune with and protected what the levels of damages of a Boko Haram gang. What does he even have to probe other than to just look away like everyone else? But I don't think they trust him that much. That is why people are now saying that share the agenda of good luck Egbere Jolantan to come and do just 4 years so that Ahmed Lawan will be his deputy, his vice president. They will rig whoever they will rig. No be Atiku, no be the same man with drag INEC come court. And INEC came out and they denied that they have any server. No server. They are collecting your data, but they don't have any storage for them. When they asked them to present all the data in court, Atiku, INEC said they have no data, it's missing. And that was what the judgment of the Supreme Court. No data, no judgment. No overturning of the election. So Atiku is a regular customer. So rigging him out and rigging anyone is probably just going to be an easy ride. If he is offended, go to the Supreme Court. You go meet them there. So the plan is if Jonathan come and spend 4 years, Lawan will take over after 4 years. And this singular move is also good, just like what happened in PDP. The singular move, if it ever happened, even PDP, even APC, Egbekegbe members, the Lagos Abobakuzo, the what do they call them? All this social media, ASME, Facebook bandit, and the rest of them. They are saying that if the Kaaba should by mistake give the ticket to Jonathan, they are automatically going to go and vote for Atiku. They are making the threats as we speak. Others are saying that this time around, APC should not make a mistake of giving the ticket to a Southerner. They will lose though, because if they give it to any Southerner, even though they are APC, they will vote for Atiku.